Alright, I'm gonna get right to the point. I switched from controller to keyboard and mouse 9 months ago. So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys my 9-month progression from controller to keyboard and mouse. You guys will see the very start all the way up until today and how I was able to progress at such a fast rate. So the first thing I'm gonna be doing is showing you guys how good I got on controller after playing on it for over 2 years. Okay, so the clips you guys see up on screen right now is how 2 years looks on controller, at least in my case. This was actually when I considered myself grinding on controller. You have to remember that these clips were a while ago. It was around chapter 2 season 2, but nonetheless these clips were definitely not the best. Since I was a controller player, you may have already guessed, but my aim was pretty good. I would always hit hard pumps, and the same went for my SMG and AR tracking. This was at the time when aim assist was extremely broken, so honestly it did not take much effort to become good on controller with your aim. My edits were not too good, but at that time I think it was pretty average. They did look kind of robotic and shaky, but for that point in time it did the job. The thing that held me back the most at that time was definitely my building. I only knew 90s and that was basically all I did. I didn't know like any retakes, and my building was just overall a mess. Sometimes when I was building, I literally had no clue what I was doing. I literally looked like I was a bot. Just so you guys know, I never did play claw or have a scuff controller, and those might have helped me a little bit, but that would never compare to the skill I now have on keyboard and mouse in only 9 months. However, this is actually when things took a very unexpected turn, and I actually ended up quitting Fortnite in chapter 2 season 2. I switched to Valorant and I did enjoy it for a little bit, but I eventually came back to Fortnite. The only problem was I didn't play Fortnite for so many months, so I was horrible. I mean, completely washed on controller. I always wanted to play keyboard and mouse on Fortnite, so at that very moment, I decided to make the switch. I had absolutely nothing to lose since I lost all my skill on controller. So in a weird way, if you think about it, becoming washed on controller was actually the best thing that ever happened to me. Anyways, now that you guys understand my entire backstory, the moment you have all been waiting for. How good have I got on keyboard and mouse in only 9 months? Okay, just so everyone's on the same page here, I'll give you guys a quick rundown of what I did at the beginning of my progression. So starting it off with day 1, the very first thing I did was practice my building, in specific my 90s. This is one of the most basic building techniques you could know, and I think everyone should be practicing this when they first switch. It just helps with getting used to all the new keybinds, sensitivity, and everything else. I would occasionally mess up my 90s, but like I said in my last progression video, I was actually pretty good at 90s. I think a lot of it had to come down to how comfortable I was with my keybinds. Spending time choosing the correct keybinds and sensitivity is super important. For anyone wondering what my settings are, make sure to watch until the end of the video because I'll be talking about all my keybinds and everything. Anyways, back to the video. After I was done practicing my 90s, I decided to do a little more building, so I practiced my tunneling. Just like with my 90s, after practicing it for almost like 10 or 15 minutes or so, I actually got pretty good doing my tunneling, and I already felt all my fingers getting used to my keybinds. However, there's still tons and tons of room for improvement, which you guys will be seeing later in this video. I just started off by simply practicing them in a simple edit course. I would just edit my stair, wall, and do that over and over again until I got pretty consistent at doing it. I decided to change things up a little bit, so I decided to do edit towers. This actually helped me out a lot in my editing since I would do so many edits at once. It is very important that when you first switch to keyboard and mouse, you spend a lot of time in creative. This is where you learn like almost all your mechanics for your building, aim, editing, and everything else. Now you guys saw I was pretty decent in creative without any pressure, but let me show you guys how bad I actually was when I had pressure on me. So in this clip, you can actually see how bad my fighting was. I just got completely nervous and everything I just practiced in creative was literally thrown out the window. The only thing I did was straight up panic. This is guaranteed to happen to you when you first switch to keyboard and mouse, so it's completely normal if it's happening to you. If you're experiencing getting super nervous in fights, just know that you're not alone. After looking at that, you guys can actually see how much of a bot I really was. Hopefully these tips and tricks I'm about to share with you will not only help you improve on keyboard and mouse, but just overall get more comfortable with it. So when you first switch to keyboard and mouse, it's basically like you're completely restarting Fortnite. Many people just have no clue what they should even be doing or what maps they should be using. So I'm going to be showing you guys the best maps that literally covers everything from aiming, editing, building, and even piece control. This first map practices your editing in a unique way. Instead of just doing edit courses, you actually edit this one build like a wall, and you do that over and over again, and it creates a lot of repetition. You have a red line or circle letting you know exactly where you should be editing. This is made to improve your crosshair placement, and the less you have to move your crosshair to make an edit, the faster your edits will be. You want to make sure that you're moving around a lot while editing these walls, so you make sure you're editing at different angles. Running through all the different edits takes about 10 minutes, and I promise you, this is the most beneficial 10 minutes of Fortnite you will ever spend. As you can see from the footage up on screen right now, you make tons and tons of edits, so your fingers actually get extremely warmed up. After practicing this map for about a week or so, you'll see a lot of improvement in your editing speed and consistency. Now moving into everyone's favorite part, we have the free building map, the Crane Simulator Infinity. Many huge pros such as Mr. Savage use this map every day to warm up. You may be asking yourself, what's so special about this map, Mr. Vermax? And my answer to you will be that you can technically free build without ever stopping because of high height limit. Whenever you fall from your free build, you'll be automatically teleported back to the start, and from here you can keep on free building. The main feature that I was talking to you guys about this map is as soon as you reach the height limit, as soon as your character touches a height, you will be automatically teleported back down, and you can just keep on free building instantly, so you don't have to stop, reset the builds and all that. The map code should be up on screen right now. Moving on to the most overlooked thing in Fortnite, we have the aim practice. Hear me out, I know this might not be the most fun thing to practice, but you have to ask yourself, are the hours upon hours you spent trying to triple edit and quadruple edit really gonna help you out in game, or is it just 15 or 20 minutes of aim training gonna help you out more? Well, if you guessed that the aim training was gonna help you out more in arena, then you're correct. You use your aim for literally every single game in Fortnite, whether it's for arena, pubs, realistics, box fights, whatever it is. So I spent a long time trying to find the perfect aim map, and the aim map that I saw the most improvement in was Raiders 1v1 Aim Trainer. The reason I fell in love with this map so quick is because it's so realistic. These scenarios will literally happen exactly the same in arena. You're going against a real player, so the tracking and flicking is super realistic. Something I really like about this map is just all the different scenarios you have to train your map with. You have a huge variety of different scenarios you can practice. You have your shotgun flicking, SMG tracking, AR tracking, and then like AR tracking out of air. You have so many different things. Practicing your aim doesn't even have to be that long, honestly. I just recommend at least doing 10 or 20 minutes. Trust me on this, for the very first month of keyboard and mouse, I actually did no aim training. So as you would expect, my aim really struggled, but as soon as I started doing aim training, my aim did a lot better and more consistent. I just started hitting a lot more of my shots, and not only that, but I started hitting for more damage too. The very last map I'm going to be talking about is one that you guys are probably pretty familiar with, and it's Raiders Peace Control map version 3. Since so many of you guys already know about it, don't worry, I'm not going to talk about it for long. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys Raiders' newest Peace Control map, which is version 3, but if you use version 2 or 1, that's completely fine. So when you load in, there's just going to be a bunch of different scenarios you can walk into, and I think there are about 15 different ones. All 15 different scenarios practice a different form of Peace Control. This is definitely my favorite map out of all the 4 maps I showed you, and what I like about it so much is that you always use this in game. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys my 9-month progression and what I've been doing for the past week. So I've just been doing that warm-up routine I just showed you guys, but of course I'm not going to show it again because it'd be pretty boring. Other than practicing that warm-up routine, I've just been grinding arena. I just recently hit 65k arena points. I streamed it live on Twitch, and I stream every day on Twitch at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure to stop by and see the big Vermax catching some arena dubs. I'm always reading my chat, so make sure to type 100k if you join the Twitch stream so I know you came from this video. Back to arena, I've just been W keying and getting in as many fights as I possibly can. Because of all the grinding I've done in arena, I've definitely noticed that I've become a better overall player. It makes me glad to know that all the grind I've put into all the creative maps has not just gone to waste. I hope that with the clips you guys are seeing up on screen right now, you can see just how good my Peace Control has gotten. I truly wish that I switched to keyboard and mouse during the OG days so I could have made some earnings possibly. But hey, you win some and you lose some. However, I'm still super happy that I switched to keyboard and mouse 9 months ago and I didn't wait any longer. So if you're seeing this, please take my word for this. 99% of you guys or more that switched to keyboard and mouse will be better on it than you were on controller. It really just all depends on how much effort you put into it. Just stop holding it back and switch. See how good you can get on keyboard and mouse in only 1 week, and I assure you, after you pass that 1 week mark, your whole switch will be a lot easier. A common question I always get asked is if I think it's worth it to switch, and my answer is 100%. At the beginning when you first switch, it'll definitely be a little bit demotivating, but you just gotta push through it. Look at any pro player, at some point they were in this position and they were a bot on keyboard and mouse. When you switch, it'll definitely feel very awkward and kind of weird at the beginning, but I assure you within 1 week, like I said, it will become a lot easier. The biggest thing I can tell you is to just not constantly change your keybinds. Changing your keybinds constantly will not help you out at all. This video took a super long time to record, and as you guys can see, it's literally past midnight, so the least I can ask from you is to at least like the video, please bro. We're so close to 50k subs, so of course I would really appreciate it if one of you dropped a quick sub to the channel. You guys have no idea how much I truly appreciate it. I know that I said this 2 minutes ago, but please make sure to follow my Twitch. I just started streaming on there 4 days ago, so if you have any questions about keyboard and mouse, make sure to ask them in chat so I can respond as fast as possible. At the beginning of this video, I said I'll be showing you guys my keybinds and settings, so make sure to click on the video right here if you guys want to see them. In that video, I literally go over all of my settings. If you enjoyed this progression video and want to see another one, make sure to click on the video right here. It is my 1 week keyboard and mouse progression video, and this is one of my top 3 favorite videos. Anyways, with all that being said, my name has been Vermax. Stay safe and take care.